press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I think all of you fine. Okay, welcome to social science class, the continued part of the second chapter of history from trade to territory, the second part of the continued part of the chapter of from trade to territory. Next, the company army. Let us today in this session we are going to discuss the company army. Which company army? The East India Company army. The company army. The company army. Let us discuss about the company army. How did they form their army? British army. How did the East India Company form their army? Let us discuss in this class. A colonial rule in India. Actually, India was called as colonial country. Why? Why was it called as colonial country? Why is it also called as colonial country? Because India was ruled by British. India was ruled by the British. That's why, therefore, it is called as the colonial country. Colonial rule in India brought in some new ideas of administration. What were the new ideas that came into existence in the new ideas of administration? A new post, which are a SP post introduced by British in the Indian administration. A new Tahsildar post, which was introduced by British in the Indian administration. And the next, the total India was divided state, district, taluk like this. The British divided like this. A British introduced a new civil service. Lord Cornwallis he introduced new civil service. All the recruitments would be done through CET examination. CET examination, no, we are writing CET examination to get government job. A CET examination which was introduced by British. That is the new ideas. And next, new ideas of administration. New ideas of administration such as civil service, judicial system, police system, military system. These are all the new ideas which were introduced by British and reformed, and there were number of reforms. Introduced by British. The first one is administration, and next one is reform. British abolished sati system. That was one of the major superstition which practiced in India. It was abolished by William Bentinck in 1829. He was influenced by Raja Ram Mohan Rai. And Indian society was reformed by British administration. British law, British rules and regulations. The British, how much positive impact were made by British, that much negative impact also were made by British. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. The English education, no, we are learning English. English is very international language, very important language. This language which was introduced by British. Civil service, English language, land tax system, Raitawari system, permanent Jamindar system, Mahalwari system. These are all the land revenue taxes, Pitt India Act, Regulating Act. These are all the reforms were made by British. But its power rested on its military strength. Military strength had to be reformed, had to be introduced. The British, before the British came to India, what was the military system that practiced a Mughal Empire? The Mughal army was mainly composed of cavalry. The Mughal army The Mughal army was mainly form of cavalry. Cavalry, which means, what is the meaning of cavalry? What is the meaning of cavalry? Trained soldiers on horseback. Here, figure number 16. This is cavalry. Let us look at the figure number 16. That is army cavalry. That is cavalry. What is cavalry? Trained soldiers on horseback. And infantry. The first Mughal army, which was made by cavalry, and another one is infantry. What is infantry? What is infantry? What is infantry? Okay, na? The Mughal army which was made by cavalry. Cavalry next. ಆ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಕುದುರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ವೈಲ್ ದ ವಾರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್, ದೇ ವಾಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪೈದಾಲ್ ಫುಟ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ವರ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ infantry soldiers. There are two types of soldiers. There were two types of soldiers. The first one is cavalry, second infantry. These are the two soldiers that could be seen in the Mughal army. Which are the two types of soldiers? The first one is cavalry. What is cavalry? Soldiers on the horseback. And next one is infantry. Infantry, which means soldiers of foot soldiers. They were given training in archery. These two soldiers, archery which means ಬಿಲ್ಲಿಗಾರಿಕೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಆರ್ಚರಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ, they were given training in archery and the use of the sword ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕತ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು. The cavalry dominated the army and the Mughal state did not feel the need to have large professionally trained infantry. Okay, in the Mughal army, the cavalry was dominated. They did not want infantry soldiers. They did not need infantry soldiers. Why did they not need infantry soldiers? Because cavalry soldiers were dominated. One more question. Mughal rulers did not need infantry soldiers. Why? Because they had cavalry soldiers, or cavalry were dominated in the Mughal empire. That's why they did not need infantry soldiers. And next one is professionally trained infantry. The rural areas had a large number of armed peasants. The local peasants, which means they are also similarly farmers, but they were not the landowners. They had to work in the another field. They were called as peasants. Peasants also had to serve in the military. And local jamindars often supplied Mughals with paidal soldiers. Nodri, here let's see. The rural areas had a large number of armed peasants. They knew use of arms. Local jamindars often supplied the Mughaldaars with paidal soldiers. Our province, local jamindars, which means Hyderabad, Nizam, next Maratha province, Bihar, Bengal, Odisha province. These local jamindars, they supplied the armed peasants or infantry peasants to the Mughal Empire. A change occurred in 18th century when Mughal successor states like Oudh and Banra started recruiting peasants into their armies and training them as professional soldiers. There was a changes in occurred 18th century when Mughal successor, which means after the Aurangzeb. Okay na? After the Aurangzeb means andre Uttaradhikari, Akbar. After the Akbar, who came to power? His son Jahangir who came to power. After the Jahangir, who came to power? Shahjahan. Shahjahan after Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb after sorry, I have forgotten. Okay, like this is called as Mughal successor states like Oudh and Banra started recruiting peasants into their armies and trained them as professional soldiers. They did not want highly payable soldiers. These common peasants, these common peasants were recruited by Mughal successor, and they were trained and next they were train ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, and next peasants into their armies and training them as a professional soldiers. These soldiers were being made as a professional soldiers. These soldiers are peasants. Sorry, in the earlier they were called as peasants. Peasants were trained by Mughal rulers. After they had got training, they were called as professional soldiers. Who were called as professional soldiers? Peasants who were called as professional soldiers. The East India Company adopted the same method when it began recruitment for its own army. When the Mughal Empire was following this system. What was the system followed by Mughal Empire? They recruited peasants. Peasants were trained by Mughal rulers, and they were made as a professional soldiers. Like this East India Company also followed this method. East India Company thought, why do we export soldiers from England? They thought that we have to train the Indian peasants, and they would be made as a professional soldiers. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೈ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿಂದ ತರಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇವರನ್ನೇ ಪೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನೇ they were called as ಕೂಲಿ soldiers. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು the East India Company adopted the same method when it began recruitment for its own army, which came to be known as the Sipahi army. From the Indian word Sipahi meaning soldiers. Okay, na? The Indian there was a 1857 the Peel Commission. Based on this commission, the entire military system was redesigned. Okay, the East India Company adopted the same method. Young recruitment ಮಾಡ್ತು, which came to be known as Sipahi, Indian peasants, when they were trained after they were called as Sipahi. After they were called as Sipahi, not Ravichandra film Sipahi, which means Indian peasants. After they had trained, they were called as Sipahi. Sipahi, which means trained soldiers. Sipahi, which means soldier. Sipahi, which means soldier. Sipahi, which means soldiers. Okay, na? And as warfare technology changed from the 1820s, the cavalry recruitments of the company army declined. Okay, the cavalry, the recruitment of army was changed in 1820. What was the changes? The cavalry recruitment of the company's army declined. This because the cavalry recruitment ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಕಂಪನಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. Company army declared this because the British Empire was fighting in Burma. Fighting in here, this is Burma. Right now, Bangladesh was called as Burma. Burma, and next one is Afghanistan. Next one is Afghanistan. In order to extend their empire northwest and southeast, they were fighting with Burma and Afghanistan. Burma and Afghanistan. And Egypt, where soldiers were armed with muskets and matchlocks. Okay, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and here this Egypt. Egypt is the African country. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಮಸ್ಕಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಹೆವಿ ಗನ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್. ಹೆವಿ ಗನ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫುಡ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್. ನಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ವರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್. ದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಂಟ್ರಿ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ cavalry soldiers. Why? Because cavalry soldiers, they were always sitting on the horse. They wanted carry the biggest gun. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗನ್ನುಗಳನ್ನು ಓರುವ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. They wanted human beings. They wanted sepoys. That's why they stopped the recruitment of cavalry soldiers. Why was cavalry soldiers recruitment stopped? Because the British Empire was fighting in Burma, Afghanistan and Egypt, where soldiers armed with muskets and matchlock. What is matchlock? An early type of gun in which the powder was ignited by a match. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗನ್ನುಗಳಿಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಇದನ್ನ ತುಂಬ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನನ್ನ ತುಂಬ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್ನ ತುಂಬ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಬುಲೆಟ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಗನ್ ಪೌಡರ್. ಓಕೆನಾ. Why was cavalry recruitment stopped? Because the British Empire was fighting in Burma, Afghanistan and Egypt, where soldiers were armed with muskets and matchlocks. The soldiers of the company army had to keep pace with the changing military requirements, and its infantry regiments became more important. The soldiers of the company army had to keep pace. ಅಂದರೆ ಫೇಸ್ which means ವೇಗಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಯಾವುದು? ದ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಆರ್ಮಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಲಿಟರಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಚೇಂಜ್? ದ cavalry soldiers recruitment were stopped. Cavalry soldiers recruitment was stopped, and infantry had become famous. So the changes military requirements and its infantry regiments now became more important. Which are there were two types of soldiers. Cavalry, infantry were made by Mughal Empire. In the earlier period, cavalry became very famous, were dominated. They did not want infantry, but in changing period of time, British, they did not want cavalry because they were always sitting on horse. They wanted infantry soldiers because armed with muskets and matchlocks, the soldiers army had to keep pace with changing military requirements, and its infant regimentary became more famous, became more important. In the early 19th century, the British began to develop a uniform military culture. Early 19th century began to develop a uniform military culture. Soldiers were increasingly subjected to European style training, drill and discipline that regulated their life for more than before. Okay. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾದವು. ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವೇರ್ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್. You have to train European style. You have to drill with European style. You have to maintain European discipline. How are our soldiers subjected in early 19th century? Soldiers were increasingly subjected to European style training, drill and discipline that regulated their life. ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡ್ತು. ಫಾರ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್, ಮೊದಲಿಗಿಂತ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ವೇರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ಸ್ and they had to maintain their style. They had to maintain European style training. That was very tough for them. They did not wear Indian style, and also it was one of the most they also hesitated to follow the European style of training, drill and discipline. Okay na? They regulated their life. Who was their life regulated? They were increasingly subjected to European style training and drill and discipline. Okay na? Often this created problems since caste and community feelings were ignored in building up the force of professional soldiers. This created problems since caste and community feelings were ignored in building a force of professional soldiers. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಈ ಥರ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಫಾಲೋ ದ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್, ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ರಿಲ್, ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಏನು, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂದ ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹಿಂದೂ ರಿಲಿಜನ್ we should not follow another foreign countries religion. ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳ ಭಾವನೆಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆಯನ್ನು ತಂದರು ಯಾರು, ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು. they order you had to follow. They told that you would follow only for European style training, drill and discipline. This created problem since caste and community feelings. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇವರಿಗೆ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಾಸ್ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ನೋ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ಬೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ they were bounded by caste system. Okay na? Next the problems in caste and community feelings were ignored in building a force of professional soldiers. Could individuals so early give up their caste and religious feelings? Could they see themselves as a soldiers and not as a members of communities? ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಭಾಳ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಏನಾಯಿತು, could individuals so easily give up their caste? Could individual easily give up their ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್? ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ created problems in caste and community feelings were ignored in building a force of professional soldiers. Could individuals so easily give up their caste and religious feelings? Could they see themselves only as a soldiers and not as a members of communities? ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯಿತು, we were only soldiers, we are not the community members. They felt like that. This is the major problem which could be seen in the the company army's problem. What did the Sipais feel? How did they react to the changes in their lives and their identity? That is their sense of who they were. The revolt of 1857 gives us a glimpse into the world of the Sipais. You will read about this revolt in chapter 5. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಭಾವನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿಂದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಆಲ್ ದ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ರೀಸನ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ 1857, the first war of Indian independence. It was popularly known as the Mutiny of Sipahi Mutiny. It was popularly known as Sipahi Mutiny. ಯಾಕೆ? The British had to order against soldiers, you had to work overseas. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಆಚೆಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಹಂಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗೌರವ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಫಾಲೋ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್, ಇಫ್ ವಿ ವರ್ಕ್ overseas, definitely we have We have cheated our religion according to soldiers. That is one of the superstition. What did ಸಿಪಾಯಿ ಫೀಲ್? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸಿಪಾಯಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ದೇ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರಿಗೆ? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೈಲ್, ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್. This all this follows. How did they react to the changes in their lives? ಅವರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದು, ದೇರ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ದೇ ವರ್. The revolt of 1857 give us a glimpse into the word of Sipais. You will read about the chapter 5. Let us discuss. Next, conclusion, last. Thus, the East India Company was transferred from a trading company to territorial colonial power. In the earlier period, the British only they wanted to trade. The earlier period, the British they wanted only for trade. Why did the British come to India? For doing the business in the eastern countries. Trade, which changed from trade to territorial expansion. We have discussed in the last sessions. British, this territory was gained by British through the Battle of Plassey Buxar, Carnatic Wars, Anglo-Mysore War, Anglo-Maratha War, Anglo-Sikh Wars, and next so many subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse were implemented by British in order to extend their empire all over the India. Okay na? Like this, a British territorial colonial power, the arrival of new system technology in early 19th century also aided this process. Okay, in the earlier period, the British they were coming along with a ship, but the arrival of new steam technology. Steam. This is one of the technology. It had been used by British. Steam technology in the early 19th century also aided this process. Till which process? Transferred from trading company to territorial colonial power. Until then it would take anywhere between 6 and 8 months to travel to India by sea. Here ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಫ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಫೀಲ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯುರೋಪ್, this is England. England is one of the island. Here from England to India it would take the time of 6 to 8 months. 6 ರಿಂದ 8 ತಿಂಗಳು ತಗಂತ ಇತ್ತು in the earlier, ಓಕೆನಾ, before the discovering of steam technology. Before the discovering of steam technology, it would take 6 to 8 months from England to India. 6 ರಿಂದ 8 ತಿಂಗಳು ತಗೊಂತ ಇತ್ತು to travel India by sea, not land. There was no land. The Constantinople, one and only, there was a land route between India and Europe, but it was captured by Ottoman Turk in 1453. Vasco da Gama discovered a new sea route to India. All the Europeans who came to India for doing the trade in the eastern countries, it would take 6 to 8 months to travel India by sea. Steam ships ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಂದು, steam ships, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೀಮ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಮಿಷನ್ ಈಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವು ಸ್ಟೀಮ್ ಶಿಪ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಜರ್ನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಟು 3 weeks, ಎನೇಬಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲೀಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಓಕೆನಾ, steam ships reduced the journey time from 6 to 8 months to only for 3 weeks. ಮೂರು ವಾರ 3 weeks. In the earlier periods 6 to 8 months. 6 to 8 months. It reduced to 6 to 8 months to 3 weeks by steamships. By steamships. Okay, now reduce the journey time to 3 weeks, enabling more Britishers and their families to come to a far off country like India. ದೂರ ಅಂದರೆ ದೂರ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ನಿಯರ್ ಬೈ ಅಂದರೆ ಹತ್ರ, ಫಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದೂರ, ನಿಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಹತ್ರ, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು 3000 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ, 7 ನಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೈಲ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. 7 ನಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೈಲ್, ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿಂದ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದ ಬರೋದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭ ಅಲ್ಲ. ದ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 6 to 8 months to 3 weeks by steam engines, steam ships. That's why so many Britishers, their family come to India and trading India and looted India and entirely bankrupted India from India to Britain. Okay na? 1857 the company came to exercise direct rule over about 63% of the territory. Here India total 100%, 63% were gained by British, remaining 37 were controlled by Indians, and 78% of the population of the Indian subcontinent. 78% of population Indian subcontinent ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಒಳಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಟೆರಿಟರಿ and the population of the country, the East India Company had virtually the whole of India under its control. Combined with its indirect influence on the remaining territory, indirect influence on the remaining territory, which means 37 of the part of the country, remaining influence, indirectly influence aitu of the country. The East India Company had virtually the whole of India under its control, virtually. Step by step, means after finally virtually, which means really ವಾಸ್ತವವಾಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. The whole of India under its control, the total India, it was controlled by British. Okay na? Next one is this chapter which has been completed. Next I will give the notes what we have discussed in today class. The company army and their soldier, 2 types of soldiers. What was which soldiers were very important in the earlier, who became very important in the 18th century. All these things have been discussed in this class. Next let us discuss about the 3rd chapter. I hope you have understood. Thank you.